Hey guys, Harvey here, blogging from paradise. Do a little live broadcast on Twitter and on YouTube. It's just about minute to noon here in Incheon, Korea. Sunday afternoon, out of most of the world, at least people watching. So that's cool. Future is bright. I can tell you that, being in it. So before we dive into today's broadcast, just wanted to remind you that I run a site called bloggingfromparadise.com where I share blogging tips daily to help you on your journey or your guidance. I also sell 2 blogging courses that I created and 9 ebooks. Most of them are blogging based, but there's a few travel based ebooks and inspiring reads to help you with step by step instruction to increase your freedom through blogging. So, let's get down to it, guys. We're going to talk about 2 common blogging memes that tend to hold back a lot of bloggers. Now, these are limiting beliefs. These are fear-based ideas that if you cling to them in your mind, if you believe them, you will struggle on some level. If not fail horribly, maybe even quit. And it's really not necessary because neither of these ideas are true. When you expose them and you hear someone like me chatting about them and deconstructing them, then you can move in a more fun, freeing direction with your blogging campaign. So, meme number 1, let's say lie number 1, because it is. Blogging is expensive to start. I have a lot of bloggers that never start, or it's expensive, really, not even to start, it's just expensive. Blogging is expensive. And it gets bandied about quite a bit. And it's BS. It's probably the least expensive way to build a thriving online business that can scale. People think blogging is expensive and they never dive in, or they just dip their toes and they think, well, I'm not going to commit because I have to spend all this money, lose all this money. Blogging, when you're a new blogger, the initial investment is roughly $15 to $20 a year for a domain name. So that's for 12 months. I think most of you are good for $15 for 12 months for the next year, and $7 to $10 a month as a new blogger now for hosting. So let's say at the quote unquote higher end, $120 for the year. It's for a full year for your hosting. So let's say 120 plus 20 is $132 for the next 12 months, 365 days a year. Does that sound like it's expensive? No, because most of you, if you're being honest, you're wasting 100 to 130 to 150, $200, maybe more a month on cable or other things that maybe you get some value from, but overall you're like, I'm just kind of throwing it away. So you got to cut it with this BS. Blogging is not expensive. It's one of the most inexpensive ways to start an online business that could actually scale. Now, when I talk about scale, I mean when you do it the right way, patiently, generously, and persistently. You're trusting. You believe in the process. You believe in yourself. For a while, for a pretty long time, you can outrank for specific keywords really high level bloggers and search engines. You could do it. I've done it myself. Big businesses that just are huge. I remember back in the day, and this is just for one keyword now, that I outranked a $1 billion market cap company for one of their competitive keywords that I guarantee you, based on their business model, they wanted position 1, page 1. Now, of course, it's a $1 billion market cap company, so they were not hanging on this keyword yet in the same way. I know they wanted to rank for it, and they ranked once on page 1. but I ranked twice above them. So I had page one, position one. So this is the idea of scale. A guy who networked generously, who developed his skills. Like I did it focusing on the fundamentals for a long time. So it wasn't that I've definitely worked, had the right frame of mind for ranking for this keyword and for building a blogging foundation. But when you consider that a keyword that this company wants to rank for, and they have 10,000 employees, and it's $1 billion market cap company, when me as an individual blogger outranks them twice on page one for a keyword that they want, and of course I built my network, but I'm a company of one here, that type of return is what we call scale. A guy in his gym clothes can outrank $1 billion market cap company with 10,000 employees. Not that they're all working on the website of things and SEO, but you get my drift. That's the idea of scale for like a really tiny investment. So no, blogging is not expensive at all. It is highly inexpensive. It's a cheap way to start a business, to lay a foundation. So don't let that idea hold you back. Now, there is something I wanted to stress, and it's this. As you gain blog traffic, you will need to do an upgrade with your hosting. So it will be more, it's not going to be $7 to $10 a month for the entirety of your blogging career, because hosting is usually that cheap, or always is that cheap, because hosting companies load a bunch of low traffic or no traffic blogs, sites, blog sites onto one server. And that's how they make hosting cheap, which is fine when you have no blog traffic or almost no blog traffic. However, when you start to gain traffic, and I guess individuals on the server as well, but especially yourself, your site will begin to crash. It will slow down significantly. And that's because there are not enough resources on that server to go around to all these different blogs that, who's the blog owners are paying $7 to $10 a month. So there's a reason why hosting's cheap in the beginning, and it's fine. You don't need expensive hosting. You don't have traffic yet. It's cheap because hosting companies load a bunch of blogs with very little traffic, no traffic on one server. So it's inexpensive. However, you will need to upgrade as your traffic increases, but probably be a while. In most cases, it'll definitely be a while. Almost all cases, it'll definitely be a while. So be at peace with that idea that, yeah, you're going to be investing more money than $7 to $10 a month way down the road. This might be 15, 20, $30 a month hosting, but that's just part of business. Everybody understands that, or even if you're not running a business, that's just part of running a website. This is how things go. Even at that point, if you're paying $20 a month and it's $240 a year, it's an amazing investment. $240 a year to own your own online real estate, your own slice. That's insane. You think of business models where it's thousands and tens of thousands of dollars that you need to invest to get it up off the ground and to thrive. Blogging is just pretty much one of the most inexpensive ways to build a thriving, viable business online. So that's number one. Blogging is cheap. Of course, you got to put in the time and the work. You can't just stand there. You can't invest and delude yourself into thinking that you publish a post here and there. Just let it go. And you'll succeed. No, you have to actually really work at it. However, it's not hard work and straining and striving. It's being generous and helpful and getting into your mind and doing the inner clearing to assist you in sticking to the fundamentals, to guide you to stick to the basics for a while, and things will come together for you. So that's meme number one. Let me get the cat here. So rest. Well, this is Junie. Junie in the house. Meme number two. Hey, Junie. You need testimonials in order to sell stuff or to get people to hire you. So in order to get customers and clients, you need testimonials. Not true. It helps. It can help, I should say. Not that it helps. It can help from a referral business standpoint. If another human being says they're really good at what they do, and through word of mouth marketing, the word is spread. They spread the word. It can. Do you need that? No. So many bloggers struggle horribly, stumbling over themselves. I've received a lot of messages over years and emails and desperate pleas. I need testimonials, write an endorsement for me. I don't do them anymore because a while back, fear in my mind and guilt and grief and these different wacky emotions. Not that I endorsed anybody that breathed, but I would just lob out endorsements left and right until I started realizing in my mind where it was coming from like scarcity and they need this. And then also from the blogger's minds, like I need his endorsement, I need his word in order to sell or get some. No, it's not true. And see bloggers that really struggle to make a penny because they have no endorsements and they say to themselves consciously and unconsciously, I'll never make a penny because I have no endorsements. You need endorsements to make sales. It's not true. It's a lie. And the reason why it's a lie is because human beings base their trust on countless different factors. When someone sees a positive endorsement, that's one trust factor. So one specific type of person may say, somebody else said they're really good at what they do. It's a really good ebook. It's a really good course. Their coaching's great. I will hire them. That's one specific type of person. Another specific type of person will look at this video and watch me chatting live, dissecting these two common blogging memes with a cat in the background in Korea. Whether it matters or not, I don't know. Depends the type of person you are. Joking. And they will say, he knows what he's talking about. I appreciate his insight. This is so helpful. I'll buy one of his courses. I'll buy one of his ebooks. They trusted me based on the content. That was the trust factor that sold them. And that's good enough for that type of person. Another person would visit my blog after seeing this video, read a blog post or read 2 blog posts or maybe 5 and say, wow, so helpful. I've been looking for blogging tips, looking for information on how to blog. I'm getting started, and that information on your blog is so helpful. I trust you. You're credible. In their mind, they're saying this. Or maybe they say it outright, but they trust me in their mind, and then they buy an ebook based on trusting my blog content, or then they buy a course. And again, I offer 2 courses and 9 ebooks. Do I have endorsements or testimonials for any of my courses or ebooks? No. I used to until I realized where they came from. I'm not good enough. I need this wonderful person to say how wonderful I am. Those other people were really wonderful. I appreciate it. But I said in my mind, I repeated that meme that caused so much struggle. I need someone to say something nice about me or say that I'm good in order to sell something. Not true. Guys, look on the offline world. All the time, people just buy stuff without an endorsement. They want it. They trust on some other factor. They desire it. Talk about the trust factor. This happens with this cat, giving attention to you, and she wants attention. She wants all the smoke, as the kids say. Or do they even say that anymore? No, I'm rubbing Junie. Hey. No, people buy stuff because they want to buy it. They desire it. Do they say, oh, this other person said that it's great. and then I'll buy. And some people, it does make a difference. So feel free to get endorsements, but don't create the meme in your mind, which it's a lie. It's not true that you need them. You need endorsements or you won't sell, because if you don't get them, or you don't get that many, you won't sell anything. And it's because it's an unconscious fear. It's nothing to do with the actual, you needed them. Here's the proof I didn't sell. No, it's proof that you believe you need endorsements, which is a meme. People buy based on hundreds to thousands of different reasons. Just get busy helping people and earning their trust. And when you help people earn their trust, they like what you have to offer, they appreciate your insight, your knowledge, your experience, they'll hire you to buy your stuff, and they won't need somebody else to tell them that you're wonderful and to buy it. Don't get caught up in that. And I know having sold stuff without endorsements or testimonials affixed, that customers of mine trust my content and they trust my insight and my videos. That's enough. Do they need to go through brick walls to, or do I need to go through brick walls to prove that I know my stuff with endorsements? Oh, well, no. The old me thought he did, but that was only my own fear manifest as a lack of deserving and worthiness. That was my stuff. That was my problem. And I had to face that head on, and I did. It felt uncomfortable, but it's just easier to do it the more seamless way. How she goes. So, guys, that's it for today. No sense beating this one into the ground because I want to get a little cardio in. I know it's supposed to be rainy later. There's supposed to be some really big storms here in Korea. We're getting into the monsoon season. So, basically, guys, blogging is not expensive to start. It's not expensive at all. It's one of the most inexpensive ways to build a thriving, viable online business, and you don't need endorsements to sell stuff. It's not true. People trust your content based on untold number of factors, or trust your premium offerings, I should say. So when you really get clear on that, you don't feel the need to post endorsements and testimonials. Feel free to. They can help. Not, you don't need them. They're not an end all be all, because if you go down that road, you're going to get into a very needy energy. Block sales, you'll be wasting your time trying to get endorsements. When you just help people for free, they trust you, they appreciate your stuff, your free content, and they'll buy what you have to offer. They'll buy your course, buy your ebooks, they'll hire you. So guys, that's it for today. Call to action. Make sure you stop by bloggingfromparadise.com, where I've created 2 blogging courses, written, sell 9 blogging ebooks. Well, most of them are blogging. Some are more travel-based, inspiration-based, to help you on your blogging journey, your online journey. Until next time, you know what to do. See you later, Twitter. And I will see you later, YouTube.